Do people here use drugs? Are Chinese people racist? Is social credit real? Is China safe? Does China have Bolt, Uber, Grab? What's the working culture like in China? That's a rabbit. Okay guys, so these questions are questions that are found online. Common questions that people have asked or are asking about China. What do Chinese people eat for breakfast? All right, first off, it's different with each province, with each area, sometimes even with each city. They often eat baozi, which is like a steamed bun with some sort of filling, whether it's meat or vegetables of some kind, and it is actually really tasty. Sometimes they'll have cold noodles with sauce. Sometimes they'll just have bread, and they'll often drink milk. The next question, is there a football culture in China? Not really. In some cities, there is, but generally, they much prefer things like basketball, table tennis, badminton, that sort of thing. How is the economy doing? Oh, well, not too great. Sometimes it seems to be okay, but again, with the cities, quite a lot of variations. Some cities are really kind of not doing great, and then some are doing pretty well. Yeah, but overall, since COVID, things have not been so on the up, so to speak. I'm not seeing a bunch of homeless people lying around. There's a lot of building going on, but I think a lot of it's just empty apartments. What's the working culture like in China? Terrible. There's a thing called 996. That means 9 a.m. till 9 p.m, 6 days a week. That's not too uncommon. In my experience, the way the locals have to work and live here, they don't get paid a lot and they have to work a lot. Maybe it's not so much like hard work, but long hours, definitely long hours. Chinese employers, they do kind of treat you like they own you. Here's another question. Do people judge based on looks? Yes, they do, openly, and they're quite rude about it. Is hiking and camping popular? Well, kind of. Setting a tent up for a few hours on the beach counts as camping. Hiking, walking up a trail, actually, kind of look at here, right? This put on a slightly steep hill with a bunch of music playing in the background, and then going to a cafe at the top and taking some pictures counts as hiking here. So no, it's not, but fake camping and hiking is. Okay, how are animals treated here? Yeah, if it's a pet, it depends on the owner. Some are great, some are terrible, some are okay, I guess, like anywhere. Animal welfare isn't really a thing here. They treat terribly, actually. I've seen them in terrible conditions. They just don't consider animals to have feelings. They're usually like, oh, little cute toys, essentially. Yeah, animal welfare isn't great. What annoys the locals? Videos like this, saying anything bad about China. You can say 1,000 good things about China, and then you say one bad thing, and they hate you for it. They'll tell you, go back home. You don't deserve to be here. We don't need people like you here. Not that I'm seeking their permission, but they'll say it anyways. They really do not like videos like this. I will get a lot of hate for it. They only ever want to hear how great China is. This is most people, not everyone, but mostly yes. What if I said something bad about the UK? Say it, man. The UK is ruined right now. It is gorgeous today, isn't it? Look at this. Beautiful. This is a nicer part of town. It's kind of on the outskirts of a big city, kind of. I guess. Hard to tell, because to me, this is a city. I don't know how anyone can look at these buildings here and say, oh yeah, it's a town, or it's a county or something. A big town. It's a city to me, but I'm from an island, a very cold and wet island. Don't often get weather like this in the UK, do we now?
You know what's really cool though is subscribing and liking the video.
Just while I'm swinging on this chair, let's do another question. Are Chinese people racist? Yes, leave it at that. Do people here do a lot of martial arts? Not really. They're actually pretty difficult to find. And when you do find them, they're about 3 or 4 times as expensive as they are in the UK. Go figure. So martial arts here are kind of a luxury reserved for those who have quite a bit of money. Is social credit real? Is social credit real? I don't think so. I don't know if it's been trialed in some places or not, but I've never heard of it or seen it in real life. They got credit scores like we do in the West, and that's about it. Is there a military presence in China? Generally, nope. You don't see soldiers walking around on the streets. You see some coppers, well, mostly in the busy areas, really. Copyright laws. Are there any? I don't know. If there are, they're not enforced because everything here is a knockoff. Are most payments electronic? Yep, they scan QR codes on phones, not editing that out. That's generally how things are done here. You can use cash, it's just not quite common, and some vendors might not even have cash. So generally QR codes on phones. How is the housing market? Absolutely terrible. Basically extremely expensive to buy a home, and the rent is very cheap, so you can't really make your money back on it. The buildings all around this town or county that I live in, a lot of them just totally empty. You might have a few people living in them, and these buildings are designed to house thousands. A lot of them are empty. There's a big strange housing market situation going on that I don't quite understand, but I'll give you a prime example. Our landlord spent probably between 1 and 2 million RMB on the apartment. I pay in rent per month 1,700 RMB. I'm not sure he's going to make his money back. What's the best VPN to use? V1 VPN, also known as Hidify, in my opinion. Honestly, I've never used another VPN that comes as close to not only being as affordable but as reliable and fast. I can watch YouTube and stuff. I actually play Steam games on PC, so I often use my VPN when I'm doing that. I can play a game of PUBG no problem. Do many people use VPNs here? Mostly just the foreigners and some businesses for international trade. Not that many people really do use VPNs because not only are they unwilling to spend the money, they don't really have much of a desire to use them. Along with that, the VPNs that they can access, the free ones, are absolutely terrible. They never work. And a lot of the good ones that will actually work, they're kind of hidden. You have to kind of work around it. It's not that easy to get a hold of them unless you're technologically minded, and or just kind of, before you come to China, get your VPN set up. But obviously for the locals, they don't come from out of China. So yeah, most people don't use VPNs. They're not that accessible. Next question. Do people here use drugs? Alcohol, nicotine, and caffeine? Sure. Other recreational drugs? No. They're very hard to access here, and if you do manage to access them, the punishments are very disproportionate. If you get caught smoking a joint, you go to prison, your career prospects will be ruined, and all that sort of thing. That's as a local. As a foreigner, you go to jail for a couple of weeks probably, and then deported. Just for a joint. What's the food safety like? The hygiene and all that sort of stuff? Good luck. Terrible. Are there loads of empty apartment buildings around? In this area, yes, which is basically my town. I've already answered this kind of, but yeah, there are quite a few. In the city centre, not so much. It's quite, well, overcrowded in the city centre, to be honest. Is China a developed country? In the cities, yes. In the towns, in the countryside, no. That being said, some of the infrastructure might be developed, but a lot of people still are earning not enough to live on really, the multi-generational households and that sort of thing. And some of the cultural aspects as well, don't get me started. But they are developing pretty fast in a lot of areas. If poverty is a metric as to whether a country is developed or not, no, China isn't developed, but neither is a lot of the world now. The UK, in that aspect, would definitely not be a developed country. Is China safe? Yes. Another question straight off the bat, does China allow dual citizenship? I don't think so, and I don't think I've ever met anyone with dual citizenship. Could be wrong on that. Wow, so pretty. I'm fine, by the way. Alright, does China have Bolt, Uber, Grab? They have their own versions, which are actually infinitely better. Yes, Didi is like Bolt or Uber. And they just have Meituan, which is... Oh, the cat's around here again. Let's go see the cat. Yeah, anyways, they do. And it's better. They're better. Do Chinese people eat bugs?
Yes.
Yeah, they do. They eat silkworms a lot. And then in the south, they just eat all sorts of bugs. So...
A lot of them look like cockroaches.
The bugs, not the people. Do Chinese people vote? No. Do they bow when they see each other? No. No, it's electric. It doesn't make sound. Oh. Thanks. All right. Last but not least, do Chinese people speak English? Not often. Not really. No.
I do.